Hello and welcome to Sports Updates on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashemi. We have a lot of stories making rounds in the world of sports for you, and let's not forget that it is the week for sports journalists all over the world. And I will be having Isaac Omididi joining me all the way from Niger State to actually deal with all of the stories we have this evening. And first, we will be going straight to athletics, where the World Championship trials has started in earnest in Benin City, that is in Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium right there, and a lot of big names will be taking part in these World Athletics Championship qualifiers to Budapest. And we have the likes of Rutu Soro, who will be coming down, Godson Brume, Ese Brume. All of them will be taking part in this World Athletics Championship qualifiers to Budapest come next month. And Benin, Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium has been the place chosen by the AFN, that is the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, to host these trials. Isaac, welcome on the show. Our athletes will be burning the tracks and other sports in Benin City just to get those that will join the likes of Toby Amuso. We also take part in these qualifiers, though they already have that qualification tag from the World Athletics Federation, but they need to qualify from their own national body, and which AFN has moved this event to Benin City.
Well, good evening, Emmanuel, and good evening to the viewers out there. It's a good one to prepare very well, and I'm happy that they took the preparatory stuff to Benin, considering the fact that that is one of the stadiums with good tracks, one of the stadiums with good facilities for other sporting events apart from football, even though the pitch is also very good for football. So it's good to test them on pitches where they can excel, on pitches where they would be able to get the best out of themselves. And, you know, it's attracted the best of the best. And why is it so? Because it's a qualifier for the World Championship. So no matter your name, no matter how big you are, if you want to qualify for the next World Championship, you have to come back here and showcase your talent. You have to come back here and compete. And I will not be surprised if I see new names coming up in different games that represent Nigeria at the World Athletics Championship. Remember, that has been the tradition. It is not new for us to see new names. We will still discover new athletes. Yes, the traditional ones will be there, the big ones, the big names will be there, but this will also open doors for someone who will come and show they are meant to, and they will make it to Budapest.
The already known ones will be coming down. I actually slugged it out with those ones that are not known yet. Let's not forget the likes of Favor Philly will also be joining this fray. In fact, a lot of athletes, foreign athletes, will be coming down to Benin City to actually slug it out with the home base athletes, and probably we might just see surprises, new names joining the already athletes that have qualified. The likes of Chukwebuka and the Kwechi also will be there. And let's move away from that story and head straight to the NBBF, where NBBF has announced the national tryout for teams, that is for the D Tigers as it stands right now, because we have the story that D Tigers, the team that we know, the regulars, wants to boycott this the tournament, that is the Afro Basketball tournament for the women. But right now, NBBF has swung into action by opening up a national trial that will be happening in two cities, that is in Abuja and then in Lagos, with different dates. Now, with this move, this step from NBBF, Isaac, is it a good one? Or don't you think they should just maybe in a way plead with these basketballers? These are women basketballers, and let's see how we can sort this whole issue out, because a lot of complaints have been coming in from that federation.
Because you have a headache, then you think the only thing you can do is to cut your head off. No, you have to look for a solution to the headache. Why are you having a headache? Then you should solve that solution. I mean, you should solve that problem by providing a very good solution to it, permanent if possible. Now, what has been this Tigers team and NBBF? That's to do with allowances. It has to do with the entitlement. It has to do with disrespect for them. Okay, now, because they are threatened to boycott the next championship, Then the NBF thought the best thing to do is to get new girls that they will also all allowances that will now go back to square one. These ones too will not also say, okay, they are boycotting whatever championship. So we will not continue another open trial until we don't have players that we'll use again. Is that the best thing?
No. No, seriously, Isaac, because this issue this problem has lingered for too long. We know how it started, the presidential power tussle between two persons. I don't want to mention their name, but we at some point, the immediate past president, that is President Muhammadu Buhari, actually weighed in by stopping all our teams, that is basketball teams, both male and female, for participating in any of the competition, whether locally, internationally, and that cost us the FIBA Afro Basket Championship, where we did not participate before that ban was lifted, and now we are back. And for these ladies, also 2 years on the bounce, there was no competition for them. Nothing at all because of this whole issue. What can we do to actually get rid of this? Or as in, how can we provide solution to this? Because if the government comes in, if the federal government comes in again, maybe the president, the new president comes in again, we know what is going to happen. The hammer that is going to fall on the federation.
You see, we have not learned from our lesson. To be fine. NBBF, that is the Nigeria Basketball Federation, needs a lot of surgical operations, major surgical operations.
How surgical?
Because you cannot continue to be head of the Nigeria Basketball Federation and you continue to have problems of this nature. That your best hands are continuing to run away from representing the country, just from paying them money who them. For paying them what was given to them as gifts. Decided to corner all this. Remember, it has been when this thing started, it was so unfortunate. It was a public ridicule. There were a lot of interventions, and as I said, until the president come on, say, okay, if that is the case, then you should go on a ban. And after this ban has been lifted, we have failed to still resolve this. So is it until when the sport is completely scrapped? Personal interest, ego, is killing us, and I hope that it will not kill us the more. The step that the NBBF is trying to take.
Okay, you hope that personal interest and ego don't kill us the more, because we just need to find a lasting solution to this whole lingering problem with the NBBF, because it's not looking good. And the painful part of it is that it is the Tigress, that is the women's team, that is suffering the whole power tussle and what have you in the NBBF. Like I said, it's going to be coming up in 2 centers, 3 centers thereabout. 2 in MKO Abiola National Stadium here in Nigeria, then Lagos, and then the other trials will be coming up in the United States of America. How can we get in fact, will players attend that tryout in USA? Because most of our players are based in the United States of America. They might tell their counterpart, don't go to that tryout because this is what it is, this is what you are going to face. But let's see how it ends up at the end of the day. The whole issue with the NBBF just need to end now. If not, we might just be banned for life when it comes to basketball tournament worldwide. Let's leave that story and talk about another sport. A sport that is doing well in Nigeria, that is the volleyball. That federation, fantastic, headed by Engineer Musa Nimrod. They are not resting on their hours. I think that is the best federation we have in Nigeria, and they know what it is. They know what volleyball is all about. They know what sport is all about, and they know what they want, being led by Engineer Musa Nimrod. But this time around, the 21 names have been penciled down for the Under-21 Girls Championship that will be coming up in Niamey. They left the shores of this country yesterday for Niger, that is Niamey in Niger, where this tournament will be coming up. Let's quickly have the name on the screen. We have Aisha Abrahim from CNS Spikers. We have Kelechi Unduka from Niger Ravens. We have Miriam Ibrahim from Niger Ravens. We have Sarah Ali from Kwa Spikers. We have Deborah Chuku from Kwa Spikers. We have Fadilat Ibrahim Kada from Kada Emirates. We have Verity Onyegu from CNS Spiker. Miriam Usman from CNS Spikers. Ifunanya Udiagbala from Anambra volleyball team. We have Aliyat Usman from CNS Spikers. We have Mary Shaku from Life Camp of Abuja Volleyball Club. Then we have Chilota Marvelous from Kada Emirates of Kaduna. And then this team will be coached by three coaches, Rekia Mohammed, Dennis Eleri, and then Anthony Tobunde. Tobunde, that is the three coaches that will be following. In fact, that will be coaching this team in Niger, Niamey. But for all of this name, these are the best hands we have when it comes to volleyball. Let me tell you, a lot of competition in that sport. But right now, these names have been picked, and they have left the shores of this country for the championship in Niamey, Niger.
The clubs that are doing very well in volleyball in Nigeria, they have even players with the senior national team for volleyball. And now still going back to the same clubs and the same academies to have young ones that can play at the under 21 level. That has been a very great one. So I'm not surprised. The volleyball management and the volleyball federation has been doing enough for these players to be exposed. Remember, they have a lot of competitions. This federation has a lot of competitions, and a lot of players have been participating, and they have seen a lot of players. I can tell you that if they want to select another set of players, they will still get another set of national players that are also very good to represent this country. And I'm very impressed. As you said, the Volleyball Federation, I don't know how they're doing it, but they're getting so many things right. I hope other federations can copy from them, and we'll be able to tap a lot of talent.
We're able to tap a lot of talent in this country, because if you look at that federation, another federation that is doing well is the Cricket Federation of Nigeria. But Volleyball Federation of Nigeria, the NBBF, stands out in all of the federation because of what they are doing. Like Isaac, you said, they're actually getting in fact, they are getting it right with their competition, with the organization. Just a few months back, let's not forget that they organized upgrading coaching course for their coaches. And look at the result. About 41 coaches attended that upgrading course, and it's not a bad one for the NBBF, as in the Nigerian Volleyball Federation. And congratulations to them, and kudos to the guys who are 12 of them will be there in Niamey, Niger Republic, to represent Nigeria and definitely get the qualification to the, they will now go and play in the African qualifiers for the World Championship proper if they win this tournament in Niger. But good one coming in for that federation. Let's leave that story and head straight to Aba, that is Enyimba right about now, have appointed a Super Eagles player Nwankwo Kanu as their chairman, replacing the second, I think the first or second vice president of the NFF. Right now, Kanu Nwankwo will be the chairman of Enyimba FC, the champions of the Nigerian Professional Football League. But from next season, it's going to be Nigerian Premier League. For Kanu Nwankwo this time around, we have two ex-Super Eagles players in that, let me say, in that team right now, Isaac Omedije.
Well, congratulations to Kanu Nwankwo. I don't know why I'm about his appointment, and not because I don't want IRC to go. IRC have done enough. He has been there for about 22 or 23 years. So for us to have served for that long period, you have done well. It's time to go. And don't forget, IRC also achieved a lot as the chairman of Enyimba. The reason why I was skeptical, or I am skeptical of Kanu's appointment, is because there are a lot of politics in this game. Our ex-internationals are aware of this politics. A lot of politics of the game in Nigeria, a lot of politics of the game on the continent of Africa. And I don't know if IRC himself has been able to pass even to other board members the experiences of how these politics are being played. He needs to play them and play them well. If not, he will not succeed. When I mean politics, I don't mean something done illegally. No. There are things you must follow up. There are places you must pick up. If not, nothing will be done for your club. But congratulations to Kanu. We have always clamored that our ex-internationals should be engaged in administration, in management, and in coaching. Let's see how this will turn out well for the people.
Yeah, congratulations to Kanu Anko, and then for Enyimba actually getting this man on their side. Somebody was asking a question that Kanu is from Imo State, and then why is he now being appointed as the chairman of Enyimba FC? But that question is meant for Enyimba FC because they know what they saw in him. They know his qualities. That is why they went for Kanu Anko to become their chairman right about now. But good one. He's just an opener for all our ex-Super Eagles players to actually pick up this job, at least just one position, either as a coach, administrator, or what have you, as a scout or an agent, but just make sure all your word of experience don't die with you. And that is what the likes of Kanu Anko, Finidi George, Emmanuel Amunike, Austin Ogwevon, and a lot of them, that is what they are doing right now. They shouldn't just hide. They shouldn't just die with their talent, with their experience, with their exposure. Let them help us out and see how we can make our football an enviable one all over the world. And let's move away from that stories and head straight back to Europe, where Bekistas are keen on getting the services of Joe Aribo. I think this is an escape route for Joe Aribo from Start.
Escape route indeed, because I'm very sure that when Joe was making the move from Rangers to Southampton, he never thought that he would become a bench warmer. Not just a bench warmer, but a player that eventually will not even make match, a match day squad. That was how bad it became at a point for him at Southampton. But the question is, move? Because if you have asked so many people and if you have asked so many other pundits, they will tell you that even moving from Rangers to Southampton is a good move for him. So he should not see it as another way for him to make a wrong move. Because if Bekistas happens to be a club, yes, they are playing on the continent, they are playing in Europe, but is that a big deal? Would that suit his game? But I think if he is going to remain at Southampton, is he going to be in the plans of the new manager that will be taking over at Southampton? That is very important for him to know. But if he's not going to be, I think a move to Bekistas.
Okay, it's not going to be a bad move, but for the likes of Paul Onuachu is also suffering in that team. Now, if the two of them goes out of that team at the same time, what is the implication for Southampton, and what side of it is for both of them?
Well, I don't think Southampton was going to lose anything because both of them didn't have any great impact for Southampton before they went to relegation last season. So Southampton will definitely be building. They remember they've already have a new manager in place. So they're also bringing in players that will be able to bring them back to the Premier League. And that will be their major focus. So if the manager thinks any of these players will not be able to do that for them, then the only thing they can do is to get them out of the club, sell them, make their money back, and get in players that can solve their problems. So let's hope that the aim of Southampton, which is to return on the first attempt from the Championship to the NPFL, to the EPL, will work out well.
It will work out well. Well, we want to see our Super Eagles player playing in the NPL, that is Nigerian Premier League. They didn't just play in Europe. And quickly, before we go on the show, let's take this a very important story. It's also in basketball, where we've lost the African ticket to Cote d'Ivoire. We played 3 games, we lost 2, and we won 1. Now, it's not looking too good for when it comes to basketball in Nigeria right about now. It's not just looking too good for us. Cote d'Ivoire, again and again, after they stopped us from going to the FIBA World Championship, now they have also stopped us from going to the African Championship. Now we lost our last game against Cote d'Ivoire, 74-65. It ended right there. And this time around, they just beat us to the ticket. what is actually going on with NBBF? What is going on with both the male and female team?
Well, it's obvious that our game is rescinding, and it's obvious that the players are not as committed as they used to be. Yes, we know that Cote d'Ivoire, Mali, Angola are top countries of the to. But there are times we have spread up to these so-called powerhouses of basketball on the continent, and we have, given them what they need to get in terms of defeat. But this time around, the dedication is not there. For us to have even lost the first game against Guinea narrowly was the point where I lost hope in the team and went up to beat Benin Republic. Benin Republic is, to me, that victory is a no-brainer because, yes, everybody should have beaten Benin Republic. We needed to beat Cote d'Ivoire, but we also lost by 9 baskets. Look at that margin. You might think it's small, but it's not small. So I think we need to get our hearts together, get these players motivated. The bottom line, Emmanuel, is the fact that these players are not well motivated.
Is that these players are not well motivated. That is where we'll leave it on the show, Isaac. Isaac, thanks for joining me on the show this evening.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel.
All right, I am Emmanuel Fashemi. Sports is life. Thanks for watching.